Hello my sub buds, I'm Joyce, you're watching JoyceIRL. Today I'm doing things a little bit differently because, let me show you this. My usual spot, which is right there, is being taken over by my suitcase, which is right there. Why do I have a suitcase, you ask? Well, that is because I'm going to be in Lebanon for 2 weeks, starting tomorrow, Thursday, August 18th. And yeah, it'll be fun. I'm basically going to visit family and to attend my mom's cousin's wedding. I'm not looking forward, however, to spending 24 hours in transit. Yeah, because what I'm doing is I'm starting from LAX airport, flying to Chicago, staying in Chicago for like 4 hours, flying to Germany, staying in Germany for 4 hours, and then finally flying to Lebanon. So total 24 hours. But lucky me, I have my handy DSi ready and my iPad so I can like watch movies or TV shows, whatever I have on there. So yeah, going to have to basically go to sleep like right now to wake up because my flight is at 6:45 in the morning, which means I have to be at the airport maximum by 4, which means I have to wake up at like 2. But then that just means that I'm not going to sleep today at all, actually. What's the point? What's the point? Let me just set you guys down, actually. Huh. Right. So I'm gonna do stuff on this side of my room today. So I'm going to Lebanon, like I said, to visit my family, to be a tourist, and also gonna hang out with my cousin Nate over there. Hi Nate! And he's gonna show me around. I basically want to know what gaming is like in Lebanon. I never really found out last time I went. I didn't really think about doing any research on that. But basically it should be interesting to see what the average day in the life of a Lebanese gamer is like. Because for starters, their internet's not very good. So I wonder what their resources are, what they have access to when they want to play video games. It should be interesting. I think so anyway. So if I find out, if I get some good information, I will report back to you guys. Now on with the news for today. There are a couple of things that I want to talk about. First thing that I came across today was something that has to do with Double Fine's new game called Trenched, or as it's now called, Iron Brigade in Europe. Basically, if you guys didn't hear about it, a couple months ago when Double Fine was going to release the game Trenched in Europe, there's a Portuguese company that makes board games, and they have a board game called Trench that they kind of wanted to protect because Trench and Trenched sound way too similar. They didn't want any confusion or affiliation with Double Fine's games. So there was kind of a lawsuit, kind of a disagreement with having them release the game in Europe under that name. Like I said, because they didn't want any sort of confusion. So the game Trenched was supposed to come out much sooner in Europe, but they had to delay it because of this whole conflict. Yesterday I read that Double Fine did change the name of the game Trenched to Iron Brigade so that they can finally release the game in Europe. They're going to release the game in September, so now they have a release date, which is really good. I think Double Fine did the right thing. I think it is kind of weird since we live in a world where people are like, no, you can't have similar names to us. For example, the whole thing with Notch's game Scrolls and the Elder Scrolls, their whole issue with the names is going on right now too. So this is not a new kind of thing. For the sake of the game and for the sake of the game's fans, they did this. So good job, Double Fine. So yeah, now the game Trenched is called Iron Brigade in Europe. Speaking of Notch and Bethesda and Scrolls and Elder Scrolls, on Monday I spoke about how they're having issues with their names as well. Well, Notch, instead of wanting to deal with lawyers and legal cases and everything with Bethesda, Notch is challenging Bethesda to a Quake 3 match to settle this whole thing. This is so cool, so here are the rules. Basically, Notch will pick their 3 best warriors, Bethesda will do the same, and each team will pick 1 level. They're going to randomize the order. and each match will be 20 minutes long. Whoever comes out with the most total frag counts per team across all level wins. It's pretty obvious what would happen if one or the other wins. If Notch wins, Bethesda must drop the lawsuit, and if Bethesda wins, Notch will change the name of Scrolls to something Bethesda's okay with. Notch says regardless of the outcome, they're still gonna put some text somewhere during the game of Scrolls saying that they're not affiliated at all with Elder Scrolls. This really shows Notch's sense of humor toward the whole thing. Not saying he's taking it lightly, this is just another way of settling it without having to go through all the lawyers and paperwork and stuff. I really think this would be cool. I want a live stream of this online, so if you're watching this, Notch, please do it. That would be so cool. Alright guys, that's it for me today. Thank you so much for watching. I'm sorry if everything was a little unorganized and different. I mean, clearly I'm a little unorganized and I'm a little different today because of my whole packing and traveling thing going on. So I'll be back in no time. Thank you so much for watching. If you haven't already, please subscribe. I'd really appreciate it. And I will see you all when I get back. Bye.